Oh, what's poppin'? It's your boy Mars Kid, man. I'm finna jump behind the camera, answer a few questions, talk about my family life, my business life, and what the future holds for Mars Kid.
I hit a couple states, made a couple moves, heard the people know my name now. I done put in hella work, I know you finally see these diamonds on my chain now.
I don't know. I wanted to be different. I felt like I was different. I never felt like I was from here. I felt like I was way different than everybody, so I just wanted something to kind of fit that, and Mars was one of the things I thought of that were not like anything else, or at least not like where I'm from. So Mars it is, and Mars stands for My Addiction Requires Success, and that just means I'm addicted to music, so I have to succeed if I'm gonna do it. Real music, I like calling it real music because it comes from the inside. It comes from the emotions people really don't want to tap into. Yeah, I would just say it's emotion music. That's the best way I could put it. If you want to get into your feelings or something, holla at me. Tune in. I like getting in that studio and just vibing, turning on music all the way up, cutting the lights out. In my studio, we actually got like color lights that blink and do all the stuff. So we'll cut them on and just let the music tell me really what to say or show me how I'm feeling, and we go from there. Lil Wayne is a big one. He's #1. Chris Brown for sure. T-Pain has some stuff to do with it, and Meek Mill for sure. Shout out to all of them. They definitely have a big influence on my music today. Honestly, I ain't really listened to much hip hop growing up like that until I got like 8th grade and up. My dad a pastor, so we listened to gospel music a lot. So we was listening to like Dietrich Haddon and Ty Tribbett and stuff like that. So yeah. Off the rip, Kanye West, just to create with the man. The way he creates is crazy, and I would love to be in that environment. Biggest hardship I had to overcome, I would say, is my heart condition. For those that don't know, I was born with a heart condition called left hypoplastic heart syndrome. That basically means the left side of my heart is not there. The average person was born with 4 heart chambers. I was born with 1.5. I've had 3 open heart surgeries. And just throughout my whole life, I've been in and out the hospital. And once I started doing music, they really didn't want me to do it as much because I ran out of breath fast, or rapping or being on stage and moving around and make my heart beat too fast, or they just didn't want me to overdo myself. And that was challenging because music is everything for me. And yeah, I'll say that's the hardest thing I had to deal with. Creating. I love creating. I love the fact that I can create the way I can. Coming up with the things I come up with, it blows my mind, because they told me I was slow when I was young, man. I was supposed to be one of them slow kids. And the stuff I put together, the smart people can't even understand half the time. So definitely creating. Yeah, creating for sure is #1. That the industry's not focused on talent. They focused on who can run the numbers up. And I mean, I know everybody focuses money, but talent's what's gonna last the longest, I say. So I just really dislike that. It's not based on talent no more, and the talented people are not getting the exposure that they need all the time. We need to change that. 2019 definitely was big. I had a listening party. I dropped an EP for that listening party. I performed with Jacquees at the Paramount in my hometown, Sandy Red, and I got to travel. I say 2018, 2019, living in DeKalb was the most memorable, and I say that because I was in an environment with my brothers where we got to create like we never thought we'd be able to. And like I was telling y'all, creating is the most important thing for me. And it was just special, man. You don't get too many moments like that in life. And I'll never forget that. Shout out to all my brothers too. To the ones that's here and to the ones that's ain't. Love you. My surroundings give me something to talk about, right? They give me a variety of things to talk about and different ways to talk about it, or different ways to show where I'm from or how I am because of where I'm from in my music. I'll say around 12 or 13, I was in 7th grade. I did this talent show with my homies. They had a gospel rap group, and one of the guys didn't go to the school, so I hopped in his place. Long story short, we did the talent show. We won, and that feeling was right. I liked that feeling a lot, and I just wanted to keep that. And so I just started to try to write my own stuff and started rapping the instrumentals, and I was just like, yeah, I think I can do this. And so ever since then, I never stopped. I'd say my biggest fan is my son. He's always asking to have my music on, for me to play my music. Or if I got somebody else's music on, he'll tell me to turn daddy music on. Yeah, I'd definitely say he's my biggest fan, for sure. Shout out to my son, Malachi. I love you, bro. It keeps me from doing things artists would do a lot of the time. It keeps me away from those things because I know I got to go back to him. Or he keeps me in the studio because he wants to be there, or because he wants to listen to music. And if I'm not in the studio, he get to hear the same songs over and over, and he don't like that. And he keeps me grounded. He keeps me on my toes. And being a dad, that kind of stuff helps to translate as being an artist, because it keeps me on my toes about certain things. I don't know how to explain it, but in ways it connects. And like being here, I'll see some stuff, and then I'll be here being an artist and see something similar that taught me or that showed me something, and I know how to move in this aspect now too, because I was able to see it firsthand over here. My Uncle Carl Thomas, shout out to him. Me and him talk a lot. He gives me a lot of advice on being an artist and being a new artist in the industry. And we talk about it a lot, but mainly just how to maneuver and how to be you while you're moving around. Best advice I've been given is to stay true to yourself no matter what. That's a big one. I've heard that a couple times. So yeah, staying true to yourself is very important. It's hard making money as an independent artist, man. But doing shows, if you're doing shows and you're doing them the right way, that can put money in your pocket. That's probably the best way to get some money as an artist. Putting your music up on all these streaming platforms, getting revenue from streaming. Yeah, but the biggest one is doing shows, man, or merchandise. If you got a brand and you're building your brand, have merchandise on hand at the shows. That's more money in your pocket, for sure. I made a lot of investments. The biggest one is money. Well, really the biggest one is time, but money for sure. It's a lot that goes into having a studio or going to the studio. You need money for studio time. You need money for the beats. Another big one is yourself. You have to be willing to put yourself out there as the artist you are, and be willing to network and connect with certain people you need to get where you need to go. And 9 times out of 10, if you move the right way and you make the right connections, that's where the money's at. So get to it. Social media is the biggest way right now. Everything you do, you gotta be online with it. Like I said, merchandise, you push your merchandise, you get online, you get a logo, you get something that stands for you and your brand, and you push it. All social media sites, word of mouth, you get business cards, get on foot, you push it. It's a lot you gotta do. Just gotta be willing to do that stuff. I've been in a place of trying to understand how to have a job and be an artist. And I've always thought you could only do either or. I still think that, but you got to make your money. But it plays a big role in my artistry, because working at 9 to 5, you got to be somewhere for a certain time to a certain time, and then you get out. Like for me, I did security, and I was working 8 12-hour shifts every other day, and then get off a 12-hour shift and try to go be in the studio. You don't got no energy because you was at work all day. So it plays a big part. It's hard, man, to have a day job and trying to be an artist at the same time, because at the same time, you got to be a full-time artist in order to be an artist, I feel, because you got to be out on your feet. You got to be pushing. If you're sitting at a 9 to 5, you can't do all the work you need to do to let everybody know who you is as an artist. So yeah, but if you got a 9 to 5 and you an artist, man, do your thing. If you working it out, work it out. Shit, teach the car. Hit me up. Let me know how to do it. Man, one message I want to get to my fans is keep going. Keep going, man. I'm not supposed to be alive, bro. I'm 24. And all I've ever done was keep going. If you stop, you'll never get there. So my message is keep going, man. Make it happen. Man, what is next? What isn't next? We don't got no limits, man. Nah, but yeah, we got videos coming out. We got some singles on the way. I actually got a project on the way too. It's called Life on Mars. This one's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big project. I don't want to get too much into it because y'all gotta wait. But stay in tune, man. We got a lot of music. No Bars, Just Mars is still out there. Expectations is out there. If y'all got SoundCloud, I got countless music on SoundCloud. But stay tuned for what's next, man. I don't like to talk about it. I like to be about it, so stay tuned.
I just came from LA. I got to hear him scream my name. Made a couple.
That's my time, man. Like I said, it's your boy Mars Kid. New single on the way called Changes. It's off the project. Make sure you stay tuned. Please stay tuned. We got some good stuff coming. It's your boy Mars Kid, M-A-R-S, K-I-D-D. If you forget the 2 Ds, you won't find me. Stick to it.
I hit a couple states, made a couple moves, heard the people know my name now. I done put in hella work, I know you finally see these diamonds on my chain now. I got niggas in the dirt.